Hey, what is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku, back with another video, and this is gonna be like an update to the the DVDs, or no, I'm sorry, Blu-ray sets, the 30-year anniversary collector DragonballZ sets. So I'm on the website right now, and so yesterday we talked about the trailers and all the stuff that's coming in it and whatnot. So as of today, because it's been a full day now since it was announced, there is 1,824 reservations as of April 6, 2019, 12:50 Central Time. That's the time they go by, which is about a couple hours ago. I go by Eastern Time, so it's about an hour off from where I'm at, or 2 hours off, I think, actually. So I want people to know something, because there's some information, and like I said, if you guys have not seen all the stuff that I said on this, I cover pretty much the whole Blu-ray stuff, the unknown about the English score and all that stuff on my previous video talking about my thoughts about this. But one of the things that a lot of people don't seem to know is that the project for this to be green-lighted is there has to be at least 3,000 reservations. They're pretty much almost there. Within one day, they managed to get to close to 2,000, which is pretty good since they have like 30 days. I mean, they got 29 days left to get this project funded with 3,000 reservations. So they're pretty much well on their way with only one full day. I imagine either by the end of this day or tomorrow, by the end of tomorrow, Funimation's going to have that 3,000 threshold of reservations. However, if you go to their frequent answers and questions, there's something that some people need to know, because some people don't seem to know this. No, not that. It's right here. So on the deadline reservation to reserve a set, you must provide a credit card / debit card number by Sunday, May 5th, 2019, 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. Interesting that it go by that. To be successful order. So if they don't have 3,000 by then, which at this point I don't see that not happening, because I mean they're already almost at 2,000 after only one day. So I imagine they're going to get the 3,000, whether people want it or not. However, if they get to that 3,000 threshold, according to this, they are only making 6,000 sets right here due to manufacturer limits. So even if they get to the 3,000 threshold, they're only going to make 3,000 more after that. So even if we get to the 3,000 threshold greenlit, they'll have the 3,000, and then they'll be like, okay, we're going to make it now. We're going to put this out. They're only going to have 3,000 after that made in total, after the 3,000 previous reservations greenlight this project, basically. So it comes with a double-edged sword, because again, from the trailer we got last time, from yesterday, they didn't really give us that much. They gave us, this statue here, and the art book right here, kind of from the old Blu-ray stuff. So that's pretty much the only stuff we know, and then it's going to be in 4:3 ratio. which to me, I really don't care if it's 4:3 ratio. I just want it to have the Falconer score. That's all I care about. I don't like the Japanese score. I have been very vocal about that. I have listened to the Japanese score. I do not like it. And that's how I want to watch Dragon Ball Z. I want to watch with the Bruce Falconer score. I cannot stand the Japanese Katushi score. I don't know why people like it. You guys, I have done a couple of comparison videos in the past about, side by side of the Falconer and the Shitusi score. And I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. And I just don't like the Shitusi score. I don't like it. It has nothing to do with Japanese music, because I listen to a bunch of Japanese score music with Naruto, Code Geass, and there's a couple others too. So it has nothing to do with that. I want people to understand, because everyone keeps saying that I don't like Japanese music, and that's not true. It's just that I don't like the Dragon Ball Z Japanese music. I think it sounds like crap. I don't understand why people like it. If you like it, that's fine, but don't criticize me that I don't like it. Because I don't like it. I don't think it fits at all with the action that's going on. There was like this one. I want to do like a comparison of like the Vegeta, like the Super Saiyan, when Vegeta becomes a Super Saiyan for the first time, so you guys can really see how bad it is. Because for the Vegeta, the Super Saiyan like scene when Vegeta becomes a Super Saiyan for the first time, he says that epic line, tell me, does a machine like yourself ever experience true fear? And then he starts turning into the Super Saiyan, and you hear that Vegeta Super Saiyan music. Okay, for the Katushi score, there's nothing. It's like nothing. Like, it ruins the moment. It literally ruins like the epic moment. Like, cause like Bruce Falconer's like score puts out this like badass song like right when this epic scene's about to happen. It's the same thing with the Super Saiyan 3. Like, they always put out this epic stuff, and and they put it right when something really good is about to happen. They put it in there. And Katushi's, they don't do that. And that's what I don't like about Katushi's score. It lacks the when the scenes are about to come in and you see this pop. It's about to pop out right at you, and it's like, nope. And then, of course, some of the background music and the build-up, especially with the Spirit Bomb music, they put those really at the right time, combining it with the Goku heroic music for like the epic Goku speech from the English dub. They had that in there. There's a lot of great things for it that just is missing in the Katushi score. I'm sorry I'm saying his name wrong, but like, it's just, that's what I don't like. So for me, I have to have the Falconer score for me to even get this thing. So I really hope they really kind of tell us more about this. Now, I had seen a YouTube user talk about that this is possibly not, the trailer is possibly not actually what it's going to be at the final product. They just kind of put something out with the marketing team. I'm very skeptical of this. Because Funimation, when they put stuff out, they kind of mean it, usually, most of the time. And I've been kind of around, I'm on the forums a lot, so I kind of know what they do. So I don't buy that, but he brought up a good point. He was looking at the CDs here, or the discs. And the discs were, kind of like the Dragon boxes. He showed a good comparison to these CDs that they're showing right here as samples. Again, I want to re-emphasize, the artwork is not final. Okay? So, all this stuff right here, this could be changed later on. Like, they might have more. They might divide them up into different CDs or different boxes. They might have like 2 more boxes besides this. This is not the final product. All right, this is just a sample thing that they have going on right now. This doesn't necessarily mean they're going to have this. I mean, they could change this to Super Boo. We don't know. Like I said, the artwork is not final. Funimation put that in their trailer. So again, this is just kind of like a sample of what they want to do. We don't necessarily know if this is what it's really going to actually be by the end of, if it comes out. But with this whole CD thing, they do reminiscent. He showed it was reminiscent to the Dragon boxes, which I don't have the Dragon boxes. The Dragon boxes did not have the Bruce Falconer score. It did, I believe it had the English dub, but it did not have the Bruce Falconer score, which again, I was not interested in it just because of that fact alone. That does kind of scare me, because I was like, So, for me, personally, I think this should be $250. I don't think this should be $350. I think that's a lot, because you can literally buy all these Blu-ray sets for like around $250, or maybe less, depending on if they have sales and stuff like that going on. Same with the Orange Bricks. You could get them for around that same price. So to get it for $350, I think is a lot for other sets. And now a lot of people are going to be like, well, these are going to be one-of-a-kind sets. We don't even know that. We don't even know what the bonus features are. We don't know anything besides the fact that it's going to be in a 4:3 ratio. We don't know if it's a Funimation 4:3 ratio, or if it's like a Toei Animation ratio. That we don't know. We don't know. So as of this recording, like I said, it's at 1824 right now, which is a lot for one day. For one day, that is a lot for a reservation. For a full day to get that many, and their goal is 3,000, that's a pretty good average. I will say that. So a lot of Dragon Ball Z fans are pre-ordering this, are reversing this, so this project can be greenlighted. We don't even know, also I want to add, that we don't even know when it's going to be put out. Like, you're reserving this so this project can be greenlighted, but we don't even know when it will come out. It might not come out until next year. So people that are reserving this, they might have to wait until like next year, or maybe 6 months from now. Who knows? We don't know how far along this project is, because right now they're just basically asking for you to, guarantee them to making it. So we don't even know where this is going to be, or what this is going to happen or not. So I don't know. I'm very skeptical. Like I said, I wouldn't. For me, I could not get this unless. I mean, I'm still trying to get the single set DVDs. I'm still trying to get all the single sets right now, because that to me is the best experience to watching Dragon Ball Z, because it's got the Bruce Falconer score. It's in the original televised version that you would see on Toonami for the most part, without the bumpers, the Toonami bumpers. Okay, so you're getting the Next Time on Dragon Ball Z and the Last Time in the Dragon Ball Z. For the most part, not all of them, but for most of them, you get them in the single sets DVD. You're getting the most experience from you watching it way back when you watched it on television. That's how I think they should put the sets out. But ever since the Orange Brick era, they have been just putting them out like, with the, I don't even know what the theme song is. That's not even the Japanese theme song they have for DBZ, for the Orange Bricks and onward. So it's a kind of, some weird, like, kind of, generic song or whatever in there. That is basically what they've had. They removed the, I think it was Next Time. It was either Next Time, or no, last. Was it like, no, it was Next Time. Yeah, Next Time on Dragon Ball Z they got rid of. They got rid of those in the Blu-rays and the Orange Bricks. And I don't like the fact that they got rid of those. I wish they would come out with sets where they had them again, for people to buy them. Because I would really like to see that. I would buy those for sure, because I know it had Falconer and it had all that, the stuff that, we remember, because you can't watch this stuff on the streams. which again, they don't give you the Falconer score in the streams, which, I see a lot of people in the forums complain about that all the time. People that are not regulars on the forums, that they'll post things, where's the Falconer score? Why can't you put the Falconer score on there? And it's a legal issue, okay? The reason why they can't put the Falconer score on the Funimation now is a legal issue. When Bruce Falconer and Funimation, for anyone who doesn't know, you should go watch Geekdom 101's video on the whole fallout between the two parties. But the reason why there's an issue is Bruce Falconer and Funimation. Bruce Falconer sued Funimation. Funimation countersued, and it turned into a whole mess. They ultimately settled out of court, and Falconer got the rights to the music for music sellings for iTunes and all future releases like that. That's why you'll still see them on iPhones and stuff like that. And CDs, because they put out CDs and stuff like that too. But Funimation still owns the rights to the score for home media rights. So that's why you still see the Bruce Falconer score out for, the home media, stuff like you've seen for the Blu-rays, the Orange Bricks, and whatnot. That's why you still see that music in there. But because streaming was not a thing when the lawsuit happened, because the lawsuit happened back in 2003, streaming rights were not a thing yet. Okay, in 2003, that wasn't even a twinkle in anyone's eye. That was still being developed. Okay, at that point, because of that, that was not a dispute in the settlement. So the two would have to come to an agreement on streaming rights, and because streaming rights and home media rights are not the same. For anyone who doesn't know, they're not the same at all. Jesse Ventura does not get paid royalties for the WWE Network, okay? And he gets paid royalties for home media rights because he sued Vince McMahon years ago, and he won because they were paying other people royalties, like Hogan, Cyndi Lauper, and Mr. T, and because of that, Jesse Ventura got royalties for any future home media inventions. So anytime Jesse Ventura appears in WWE television, they have to pay him. They put him on DVD or Blu-ray. I kind of use that as an example for any wrestling fans out there. But he doesn't get paid for the WWE Network. So when Jesse Ventura appears on the WWE Network, he doesn't get paid for it. He's even said he does not get paid for it. So that's why I say streaming and home media rights are two different animals. And so because they never really talked about it, but even if they did kind of talk about it, even if they did be like, okay, we'll come to an agreement to have, the option to have the Falconer score on the stream, the Funimation Now, they would have to then clear it up with Toei Animation, because Toei Animation kind of, as we all know, kind of has a say in this too now. They took the movies off of the Funimation Now for a while because they were going to have them in the limited theater release for a while. This is why. So Toei would have to be cleared up by Toei as well. So it'd have to go through Falconer, and Funimation would have to kind of make some type of agreement. And then we'd have to go through Toei Animation, and it's just a mess. It's a mess, and that's why it's not on the stream. If the Falconer score was around this time, or if the Falconer score was around during the time when it was going on and streaming was around back then, it probably would have appeared on the streams. But unfortunately, because time for streaming didn't exist yet, that's kind of why it's an issue now, because I see it all the time, like I said. But getting back to the main topic here, for Falconer, it's really, my point being is, my only thing watching Dragon Ball Z is with the Bruce Falconer score. Like I said, my go-to, like I'm saying, I'm still trying to get all the single sets, because I'd rather watch it on there. I still watch it occasionally on the Blu-rays too, but with Blu-rays, it's kind of like, they're upper. They're upper when you watch it on older TVs and stuff like that. So because they're HD widescreen footage, so it's a lot harder to watch it. So I'd rather watch the single CD. So that's why I'm trying to get like as many. I'm almost there. I still got to get a complete boot. I think there's one Frieza one I'm missing. Frieza Saga one I'm missing. There's a bunch of sets I still have to get. There's a lot of Dragon Ball Z sets I'm looking for, but the most of them I'm looking for are with the Falconer score because obviously that's my preference. Now, if you guys like the Japanese score, I'm not going to complain to you guys because, that's your preference. But for me, it's just not really in the cards because I've listened to it. I don't like the way the score is. I think the music is better with Falconer. I've compared them. I've used arguments. I don't know why people just don't understand that. That other people have different opinions on it. And that's the way I take it as. So, like I said, I don't know, but like I said, I'm kind of hesitant on the fact of the matter. It's $350 anyways, but the fact that it's not only $350, but there's no guarantee that we're going to get Falconer's score, to me, is what kind of is the driving point of me not getting this right now. I'm hoping that if it gets to the 3,000 threshold within like the next day, because if it gets to 3,000 really quickly, I'm kind of hoping that like they'll kind of tell us more about what's going to happen, because they have yet to answer any questions about what people are asking, or about like the quality. No one's responding about the quality issue. No one's responding about whether they're going to have the Falconer score or what the bonus features are. No one's responding to that. Funimation has yet to respond to that. I'm kind of hoping that we're going to find that out when they get to 3,000, and I expect they're going to get to 3,000 in about the next 2 days, because they're already almost to 2,000 right now, and it's only been like one full day. So, I'm expecting it to get there. But like I said, after it gets to 3,000, there will only be 3,000 more copies. Now, once it gets to 3,000, I don't know if they're going to show this still. They're going to keep showing the number, like if it gets to 3,001, 3,002, 3,003, or like I don't know if they're going to continue to show the number after they get to their core mission of 3,000. Because they're only making a total of 6,000 units in total if this project gets greenlighted. But that's going to be one of the issues going into this that I just don't know. But I probably wouldn't even think about reserving this right now until after it gets to its core goal. But even after that, there's no guarantees, because there will only be 3,000 more after it gets to the 3,000 threshold goal. So take it as it worth, guys. That's really all the new information I have for you guys to update. Like I said, they had since put out the whole 6,000 thing in there, and no one really covered that. Not even Geekdom 101 had covered this, that it was a 6,000 limit after they got the green light of the 3,000 threshold. So I figured I should cover this and show you guys that, as it says right here. So, yeah, guys, I don't know. It's a 30-year anniversary collection. It's really not 30 years for us. I mean, I guess it's 30 in general because it was made 30 years ago. But for us in America, I mean, we've only had it since '96, so not nearly as much for us as everyone else. But it's whatever. So yeah, that is my update on this for this Dragon Ball Z 30-year anniversary collector's edition project possibly happening. Let me know what you guys think. Comment, rate. If you like this video and my videos, please subscribe. And that's about it, guys. I am the SS Ultimate Goku, and I'm out of here. Peace!